Maltbot looks like a fun toy, but what do you use it for? It's not a good question because artificial intelligence is a general purpose technology. Unfortunately, the acronym came before. A general purpose technology is a technology upon which you build other technologies. Good examples are the steam engine. The steam engine by itself, really cool, but it's what you can do with the steam engine. You can power factories, you can power trains. That's the really important stuff. That's the stuff that has an impact on society. Transistors are the same. Like the transistor itself, yeah, it's a cool invention. You can send signals and trigger things. But when you string them all together, build circuits, chipboards and computers, it becomes really impactful. It's a technology upon which you build other technologies. The person who invented the transistor didn't necessarily know that we would be where we are today. This isn't what they had in mind. The internet's another one. The internet itself as an invention, really good, useful. But then they didn't predict that we'd create social media networks, that we would create video sharing sites. Who could have predicted something like Twitch or OnlyFans? Like, these are things that you would not have been able to predict from the invention of the internet necessarily. Generative AI, artificial intelligence, or modern AI is similar. It's a general technology upon which we can build things, we can create things, and we are still working out what those things are, what those other technologies are. So Ethan Mollick talks about this. He talks about the capacity overhang. We have a technology that even if it stopped progressing right now, we'd spend years as a human race, as a civilization, working out what we can do with it. We still need to catch up with that. Using something like Clawdbot is similar. What it is a persistent, proactive assistant that works for you around the clock. So what you do with that is up to your imagination. So I found the people who are saying, oh, it's useless, I can't think of any tasks. They're probably not thinking enough about what it could do for them. I remember when I first got it running, I was like, oh my God, I could like 10 things that I could immediately throw at it and delegate it. Having the skill of running a team or being a manager is really useful here because you can think of things that can be delegated out, parts of your business which you shouldn't be dealing with, parts of your daily life which take up time, which you can offload onto a proactive AI assistant. If you can think of those things that are going to be impactful on your life, that's where you should focus. So there are lists, and I'm going to show you one right now, of here are some cool things you can do with it. Don't feel that these are the ones that you need to follow because they're not necessarily going to be relevant for your life. However, these kind of case studies and these stories are useful because it can give you an idea of things that you could potentially do. So we have calendar task management. This guy gave his calendar to Clawdbot, and so every day it will time block his day and it will score tasks on how important they are, how urgent they are, and it will help him schedule out the day in the way an executive assistant would do. They'd say, okay, you have 30 things you need to do. We can't possibly do them all. Let's prioritize, let's block them. Let's make sure you are doing certain tasks in certain places, like some you need to do at home, some you need to do at the office, some you can do on your commute. Leads him through a weekly review based on transcriptions from meetings and notes, pulls together all the work. He does it throughout the week, gives a weekly review. A morning daily brief that includes weather, weekly objectives, health stats, meeting agenda, key reminders, key trends on X and LinkedIn, stuff I should read from my reader, RSS reader, based on current objectives, and a quote from one of my books to today. So he's basically created an executive assistant, someone that you would normally pay, I've been looking into this recently, about £50,000 a year. He has created one using Clawdbot, something that is going to proactively go through his calendar, go through everything he needs to be doing, and then help him to categorize that. So he's saving himself probably at least a couple of hours a day. So very cool. Is that relevant to everybody? No, because not all of us need an executive assistant to manage our day. If you are the kind of person who does, then yeah, this could be something that would be valuable to deploy. Customer success automation, built to success support workflow. If you have a business and customer support is a big problem, maybe this is something you would look at. If not, leave it. Email management, if you spend a lot of time in your emails every day and you just need a better filtering, you need better sorting, then maybe Clawdbot can get involved there. I'd be a little bit worried about giving an AI full access to my emails from security and starts emailing people, the reputational point of view as well, although that would be quite funny, not in the moment though. People have been working with Clawdbot on their home integration. If you use HomeKit or I forget the other ones, or I guess Amazon, Alexa, etc., and everything's stringed together, you can use Clawdbot to help automate some of that. Often the HomeKit and the home automation tools have outdated software. You could custom code your own stuff, create interfaces, and then also talk to it via Slack, etc., in order to automate a lot of things. Again, if that's your jam, if you like building home automations, Clawdbot would be really useful. And then it goes on, I guess, nearly 100 different uses. Oh, I like this one. Self-reflection and metacognition tool. I'm going to turn this into a tool for human and AI agents. Not quite sure what they mean by that. But yeah, what you use this for is not limited necessarily by the technology, but by what you can think to use it for. And that's why it's interesting to look at what other people are doing, and it can trigger ideas for yourself. But ultimately, you need to think about what's going to be valuable for your personal life and your professional life.